To my channel. So this is a video which I'm recording for all those students who are applying for masters in foreign countries like abroad. So it could be any country, there is no limit as such. It could be US, Europe, Switzerland, etc. So this video is particularly for an application tracker which you can use to track your application. For example, the universities which you're applying to, if you have uploaded their SOPs, LORs, etc. I would say this is a must which you should have, because you can't keep a track of 10 applications all at once in your mind. So having an Excel like shown here will really help you in deciding which colleges to apply, what are their deadlines, all in one single page. So I will just show you how I have done it. Maybe I will drop a link in the description below of a copy of this, so you can use it, or you can always customize it accordingly. These were few fields which I felt were necessary. Sorry for that. Yeah, these were few fields which I felt necessary in tracking my application. So as you can see, the first column is university. So as you guys all know, you'll have a list of universities in your mind. Maybe you won't have all of them shortlisted at once, but what I would suggest is decide upon few universities at first, maybe 20. There's no harm in it, and you can always cut it down to a list of 8 or 10 here. So yeah, after you're done with the university column, you have a column called fixed. So this is the column which helps you in shortlisting each university. So here I have used conditional formatting in my whole Excel sheet. If you don't know what that is, so conditional formatting is a feature by Excel, so wherein based on the text what is there in the cell, the color gets automatically updated. So as you might see, all the positive fields like Y, done, etc. in green color, and the negative fields like N are in red color, or a light red color as such. Okay, so having this column is important, fixed, because this helps you shortlisting which application to proceed with or which one to prioritize as well, right? And the next column is difficulty. So this is you might have categorized your university into one of safe, moderate, or ambitious. So this helps you in understanding if how many universities you're applying is a safe one, how many are moderate, and how many are ambitious. You don't want to apply for too many ambitious or safe, right? So in that case, this would be helpful in understanding. And next is course. So this might be overlooked by most of the people, but this is an important aspect, because in my case I'm applying for CS, but when it comes to CS you might have different degrees which the college offers, right? So you have MScs, MCS, MScs non-thesis, etc. So you should be aware of which course you are applying to, because each have their own curriculum. You might be wanting to pursue a thesis, you might not be wanting to pursue a thesis. So based on that, for example, I would say when this would be important, because in case of Tamu College Station, their MScs program doesn't have a non-thesis option, so you have to opt for MCS, right? So in that case, writing a course would be helpful here. Next column is the application fee. This is important in aspect of calculating your expenses, how much it's going to be. So if you see an application fee, I have in the bottom Excel formulated table, you could say, which kind of shows your budget, what it would come to be, right? So this I have formulated with Google Finance, a formula which automatically takes in the today's dollar value and calculate their overall expenses, right? Next we have process link. So this is again important, because if you have this link, right, whenever you come to this Excel sheet and you want to go back to your application, you can always come here and just click on this link and it will redirect you to the application. So you need not bookmark and all, you can just paste them here whenever you visit your application for first time, and all in all, later you can always come here and redirect that. So next field is just application status. So right now all the things are done in my case. I've just paid my Purdue application just now, just 5 minutes before. So you can put an N here if it is not done, or you can put an pending, if your application is waitlisted with few other documents, etc. So next we have GRE and TOEFL, which is very important. You know how ETS is kind of lazy in sending out the scores, right? So as soon as you click a send button on your ETS, it need not necessarily be that it goes to the college immediately. So you need to keep track of your application I mean scores especially, when they reach the college, and if the college portal doesn't reflect it, you can always email them asking for the status. You can always give your ETS ID or your appointment number, and they will always check in from the backend and let you know. So right now all my scores have reached to the university. I've confirmed it either by an email or their application checklist. Okay. Next is just a miss column. You can always ignore this. I usually used to write my deadlines here, but I'm applying early, so this doesn't really matter for me. But having a column for deadlines is important. So for next 4 columns, right, 4 or 3 columns, you have your LORs here. Okay, so this is, I would say, the most vital feature of this sheet, because as soon as you submit your application, there is no hard and fast rule that your professor or your employer will always upload your LOR immediately, right? So in my case, I applied for 2 or 3 colleges in October itself, but my LORs got uploaded in November. So I used to keep track, whenever my LOR gets uploaded by some of my professor or employee, I used to keep a Y or not required, etc. And wherever there was ends, right, a no status, I would always go back to my employer professor asking them to upload, because the deadlines are approaching. So yeah, I would say, yeah, this is the most vital one. You should always have it. Okay, then I have this an optional field which is SOP tailored. As you all know, for each university we can always tailor our SOPs based on specific to university. I could make a video on that later as well. And then we have application status. I think this is redundant. It's same as process link. Okay, apart from this, I would suggest you to create expenses tab as well. So these are the different expenses which I had right from my journey for masters in US, including all the exams, all the consultancy which have been to, the Grammarly, etc, etc. So each application status, you can always you'll get a statement from your credit card bill, right, how much it costs, etc, and just keep a note of what is your final expenses. So this is actually important, because you cannot apply to let's say 20 or 25 universities. There's no point in it. So always shortlist your universities. Once you shortlist to down less than 10 universities, you can always start up your Excel sheet and get it done. And I also have a table here for my LOR email IDs. As you know, application processes can be very tiresome and very redundant. Okay, so you have to keep uploading your same LOR details all the time. So you can I only have email IDs here, but you can always put your recommender's full name, first name, the department, etc, everything in one single tab, so that you can always copy paste from here to your application status. So yeah, that's it guys. So this is just I just wanted to help you guys, because I faced a few troubles at first building a tracker. I didn't know what were the important fields. So this is something which I've learned the hard way. So rather than you guys going through the trouble, I thought I'll just drop this Excel sheet down in the description so that you guys could use it. Okay, yeah, I think that's it for this video. Maybe I'll make other videos on my other journeys, like sharing my profile, where I've applied to, what were the results which I've got. I guess that's it. Thank you.